Hi, welcome to my channel. Up to this point, I've made 2 videos, and to be honest with you, I've got 0 impressions, 0 views, and it's been about 3 weeks since I've posted my first video and almost a week since I posted my second video. And I'm starting to wonder if there's something wrong with my channel, if there's something wrong with, I don't know, some reason why the YouTube algorithm is not paying any attention to me, but from what I understand and from what I've read, it is pretty normal, but it's a bit confusing as well because I see quite a few new channels who have posted 1, 2, 3 videos and have way more impressions and way more views than I have, which is 0. I'm doing this a little bit out of order, making a kind of an introduction video. I've made a couple of other videos previously, but first and foremost, I want to say this is hard. This is hard. Getting started was hard. Making all these decisions about what to film has been hard. But life is full of obstacles, like I said, and this is just another one to try and push through. Something that I really want to do and I want to get good at, and so I'm going to try to persevere through it. Basically, this channel is going to be about midlife reinvention. If you're in your 40s, 50s, 60 years old, I think this will resonate with a lot of people in those age groups. But that's not to say that no matter what age you're going through, that the things that I want to talk about won't resonate with you as well. Because, I mean, no matter what age, a lot of times you're dealing with the same problems: careers, relationships, mental health. So I'm going to be talking about struggles that I've gone through, and hopefully that will resonate with viewers. I'm going to be talking about being mindful. I think that a lot of times in my life I wasn't mindful enough. I was just going through the motions, living my life. I think it's important to be purpose driven, have a real purpose in your life. That was another thing that I didn't always do, was I didn't always have a true purpose. I was just going through the motions of life, living life, letting life happen to me. And I don't have a lot of regrets in my life, even though there's a lot of things that I could have done differently that would have made my life easier. But I do wish that I would have lived a more mindful, purpose-driven life, and I think that would have allowed me to be in a place now that I would like to be in, as opposed to being in midlife and saying, okay, this isn't working for me. I need to make some changes. And it's going to be harder. It's going to be harder to make those changes during midlife. But I mean, you have a choice. You can either make the decision to make the changes and struggle with it for a while, but then get to a place where you're living out the rest of your life happy, or you can continue down the same road that you're going down and, be miserable or not be as happy as you could be. And, as far as I know, we only have one life, and maybe there's more after this. I hope there is, but I don't want to take a chance. When you get to my age, say midlife, you've made a lot of decisions, some of them good, some of them bad, and you can't change the past, but you can change your future. And that's a lot of what I'm going to be talking about. That leads me to a question that I have. Are you going through anything in your life that is a struggle? Maybe something dealing with your career, maybe something dealing with personal relationships. Maybe you're lost. Maybe you feel like you don't have a sense of purpose, which leads me to myself, which is I'm 55 years old and I've gone through a lot of experiences in my life, but over the past 6 years, it's been a real struggle. I left a job because I moved, and the skills that I had didn't really transfer very well to where I was at. And so I'm looking at a lot of jobs where, the pay wasn't really what I needed to be at. And that has really taken a toll on me personally. So I wanted to make these YouTube videos. I didn't know what I wanted to make them about. At first, I was planning on making this a strictly travel channel because that's where my passion lies. I love travel. If I could travel all the time, I would. That would be my life. But I can't do that. I can't afford to do that. So I have to have income coming in. And so I was thinking of other options. And I decided, you know what? Fred, you're struggling, you're going through things, you're in midlife. I never thought much about midlife crisis. I mean, I've never felt like I was going through a crisis. But to be honest, over the past, say, 6 months, I've realized that, hey, this really is kind of a crisis for your life. And there's probably a lot of other people going through the same things you're going through. No matter what point you are in your life, you're going to have struggles. Life is like a roller coaster. You have your ups, you have your downs, and you just have to deal with the downs the best way you can. How did we get to this point in our lives? I mean, I think we have to reflect pretty deeply to see how we got here and what choices we could have made that would have made a positive difference in our lives. So, first of all, we have to reflect, and then we have to figure out how we're going to make the necessary changes. And no matter what age you're at, I think that it's possible, and I don't think it's too late. And if you're not in a good place in your life, if you're not happy with your life, then why continue to go down that same road? I don't want to. I'm 55 and I want to make whatever changes I have to make that I can live the rest of my life in a way that I feel peace, that I feel happiness, and that I feel like I'm on the right path. I would like constructive criticism. I would like ideas about what you might be going through and what you might want to talk about. If this resonates with you, subscribe, hit the like button, leave a comment. So until next time, take care, and I appreciate you watching.